let's take it nice and easy. It's gonna be so easy for us to fall in love.
Marilyn and Alan Bergman are a husband and wife songwriting team whose success is matched only by their relative anonymity. With 3 Oscars to their credit and membership of the Songwriters Hall of Fame, you'd think they'd be better known. But you need to scan the film credits and album sleeve notes to find them. By the mid-60s, they'd already written for Sinatra and Fred Astaire when they were approached by film director Norman Jewison.
In the heat of the night.
He was making a film about a black police officer from Philadelphia who's reluctantly pressed into a murder investigation in racially charged small town Mississippi.
Yeah. In the heat of the night.
Jewison invited Ray Charles, Quincy Jones and the Bergmans to set the scene. In 1974, they worked with Marvin Hamlish to win an Oscar and a Grammy for Song of the Year.
Memories like the corners of my mind, misty watercolor memories of the way we were.
4 years later, they helped Streisand and Neil Diamond to reach the very top of the American charts.
I remember when you couldn't wait to love me, used to hate to leave me. Now after loving me late at night,
When it's good for you, babe, you're feeling alright.
well, you just roll over and turn out the light, and you don't bring me flowers anymore.
In a largely singer-songwriter age, the Bergmans write songs to order. Their role models are the great American songwriters that came before them: Cole Porter, the Gershwins, Johnny Mercer and the like. For them, writing and rewriting, solving the problems within a song is the fun, which is why their songs attract the attention of the great vocalists of popular music, like Tony Bennett.
How do you keep the music playing? How do you make it last? How do you keep a song from fading too fast? How do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say?
Their first Oscar came in 1969 when they were invited by Norman Jewison to work on his next film, the original Thomas Crown Affair. On the face of it, Thomas Crown is about the perfect bank robbery. Steve McQueen is the cool millionaire who plans bank heists for kicks, while Faye Dunaway plays the equally cool, glamorous investigator. Beneath the surface, though, the film smoulders as two self-contained individuals are undone by a chemistry neither of them can control. The music was written by French composer Michel Legrand. His European style built interesting themes out of repetitious melodic ideas simply by varying them ever so gradually. Rather than develop, his circular melodies unwound. A bit like a domino trail that, once tipped, can only play out the forces set in motion. The theme song was recorded by Noel Harrison, who nearly recites the Bergmans' lyrics. Written in the afterglow of Sgt. Pepper, British author Bob Stanley describes Windmills of Your Mind as the point where psychedelia and easy listening meet. And yet, the Bergmans' surreal images of apples whirling silently in space and clocks whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face are so lovingly turned they've broken free of the 60s to remain timeless. Like the characters on screen who lose themselves in each other, the words and music unravel in unison. To my mind, there's not been a song quite like it since. And more than 50 years on, Windmills of Your Mind remains a unique creation in the 20th century jukebox.
Round like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on a never spinning reel, like a snowball down a mountain or a carnival balloon, like a carousel that's turning, running rings around the moon, like a clock whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face, and the world is like an apple whirling silently in space, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind, like a tunnel that you follow to a tunnel of its own, down a hollow to a cavern where the sun has never shone, like a door that keeps revolving in a half-forgotten dream, or the ripples from a pebble someone tosses in a stream, like a clock whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face, and the world is like an apple whirling silently in space, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind. Keys that jingle in your pocket, words that jangle in your head. Why did summer go so quickly? Was it something that you said? Lovers walk along the shore and leave their footprints in the sand. Is the sound of distant drumming just the fingers of your hand? Pictures hanging in a hallway on the fragment of a song, half-remembered names and faces, but to whom do they belong? When you knew that it was over, you were suddenly aware that the autumn leaves were turning to the colour of her hair. A circle in a spiral, a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on an ever-spinning reel, as the images unwind, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind.